Hey, praise the Lord, everyone. This is Pastor Joseph L. Poole, Restoration Outreach Community Church. Just giving you a quick word of inspiration and encouragement on this morning. Someone asked me the other day why I do what it is that I do. Why do I have a commitment to trying to help the people of God? Why do I continue to work in ministry? And a simple answer is because God did it for me. He didn't give up on me. I can't give up on the gospel. The reason they were asking, they had some questions about some things that they were privy of that happened in my life. Some lies that were told on me. Some things that were that even continue being told and spread that are untrue, that attack my character, that speaks against my integrity, and the hurtful part about it is by church folk, which we who have been in this race for a little bit of time or a long period of time, we learn quickly that sometimes the worst hurt that can be done to you is by church folk, and church folk sometimes have a tendency to hurt you. But the thing that I want to say to everyone is that, you know what, the reason we are who we are, the reason we do what we do, isn't because of other people. It's because of the love of Christ that's inside of us, because of the love of Christ that was shown to us, because of his mercy and his grace that was shed abroad upon our lives, is why we do what we do. We should never, ever allow the actions of man to determine how we are, who we are, or what we do. Jesus thought it not robbery to one give his very life for us to live. He shows love to us each and every day. The mercy that is given to us on a daily and continual basis is enough reason for us to continue on to try to show the love of God, the love of Jesus Christ in our hearts to everyone. So, yes, life had some twists and turns. Yes, there will be people who will do you wrong. There will be people who will lie on you, that will hurt you, that will steal from you, that will backstab you. But still yet, you have to understand that all things work together for the good of them who love the Lord. So when those things take place, or when those things happen, when the hurts come in your life, no, they will come, but it's up to you to allow yourself to be able to take those things and allow God to do what it's meant to do through those situations. And what God will do will build you up. He will build your character. He will build your strength. He will build your ability to be able to see into the hearts of men, into the hearts of those who are doing the hurt to you, and it will give you a greater understanding of why they're doing it. And even if you don't fully understand why they're doing it, God will be able to give you a peace about yourself so that you can go ahead and walk through it with your head held high and knowing that God is still on the throne. And the Bible tells us, well, two things. One, it says, think it not strange when you come into diverse temptation. And then also it goes further to tell us that, you know what, we have to learn how to pray for those who spitefully use you. That's not easy, but it is something that the Holy Spirit is able and has the ability to cultivate your spiritual man and to strengthen you to be able to do. And that's one of the things that I'm so glad that God brought me through different things throughout my life. That, you know what, a lot of things that used to bother me, or things that may catch me off guard, or that have that would kind of throw me off my path, it doesn't do that anymore. And I thank God that he has brought me to a point of where I'm able to actually pray for those who have done and who do me wrong. And I realized that it's not the people, and I think I shared this before, that it's not the people. There's always a spirit behind everything that takes place. There's a power, a spirit that is behind everything that takes place. So, and whether it's the Holy Spirit, or if it's the spirit of division, or if the spirit of lust, or the spirit of jealousy, whatever it is, there's always something behind what's going on in your life. So sometimes people are in positions where they're used by the enemy to try to tear you down. So when you are focused, and when you are determined to serve and when you are determined to do what God has purposed for you to do in your life, understand that the enemy is going to attack you every way possible and every chance that he gets to be able to deter you or to destroy you, to keep you from being or fulfilling, to keep you from fulfilling the purpose that God has for you in your life. So I want to encourage you today that, you know, think it not strange when these things come up. Think it not, listen, things happen. They attacked Jesus. They tried to trip Jesus up. They lied on Jesus. They did all these different things. But you have to do the same thing that Jesus did and stay your course. You have to continue on in the fight that God has purposed you to fight. Don't waste your time trying to fight things that really won't amount to nothing, because truly no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Now the weapon will form and it will try to prosper, but it won't as long as you stay focused on the purpose that God has made you for. So again, my encouragement to you is that through all in all, don't lose your focus on what God has for you. And most of all, don't get entangled in the tricks of the enemy that have come to try to distract and destroy, because it can't do anything to you other than what you allow it to do. So this is Pastor Joseph L. Poole just telling you, be encouraged, be inspired, and stay the course that God has placed you on. And even though they may come to try to destroy you, they will lie upon you, talk about you, and do all manner of things. But know this, that what God has for you, it is for you. And no matter what people try to do, they can't take it from you. The only way the enemy can have your stuff is if you hand it over to him. So again, this is Pastor Joseph L. Poole, Restoration Outreach Community Church, saying, be blessed and be a blessing.